All right, so just caught off the wire right here, right now. We've got a pass, and that is really, really good. I want to talk about what this means for everybody across the entire country, as well as what this means for food stamp SNAP beneficiaries, as this is really, really, really good for you and your monthly benefit, as well as how this changes everything going forward. I'm going to break down exactly what just happened moments ago and let you know exactly where we're at as of right now. This is really good. I mean, finally, here we are. All of this mess that we've been dealing with through the entire month of November is pretty much going to be fixed in a matter of moments here, okay? All right, so anyway, let's talk about really quickly what just happened here, the pass that came through, handed down by lawmakers, what the president needs to do, and then how this changes everything for food stamp beneficiaries going forward practically immediately. Let's talk through the details. Okay, so just the other day, the Senate came out, they voted on this legislation to reopen the government. It passed in the Senate. They passed it on to the House of Representatives. House of Representatives came back after an 8-week vacation. Not a bad life, huh? Yeah. Anyway, they came back. They just got done voting, and it passed in the House of Representatives as well. It did not get amended. Therefore, it does not need to go back to the Senate to be passed again. It goes straight to the president's desk. So technically, yes, we are still in a government shutdown, but realistically, it's going to be over in like the next couple hours, realistically. I'm not sure exactly when the president will sign it. The anticipation is he's going to be signing it tonight. Maybe it's tonight, maybe it's tomorrow morning. Honestly, I'm not really sure, but the anticipation is he's going to sign it very, very soon here, probably within the next couple hours is what's anticipated, okay? Anyway, so this government shutdown that we've been in for the last 43 days now is going to be over probably by the end of today, maybe early tomorrow morning. Again, depends on when he signs it. Pass through the Senate, pass through the House, needs to be signed by the president. Once he signs it, it's official, and we're out of the government shutdown for now. For now. This is not over forever, okay? All this does is it pushes it out until January 30th, and then we could be looking at another government shutdown situation at that time, the end of January, which is like, what is that, 2.5 months from right now? So we have some time. Let's not worry about that at all. We'll cover that in January. Okay, now on to the good stuff here, right? Let's talk about food stamps, SNAP benefits, what this means for you, your monthly benefit, and how this really does change everything, as well as what came out of the USDA today. A spokesperson within the USDA made a statement today, which is honestly really good. Okay, really, really good. Okay, so now that the government has, well, not technically reopened yet, when the president slaps his signature on this piece of paper, stack of papers more likely, once he signs this thing, that is when the government will be officially funded and reopened again, okay? Probably tonight. All right, so anyway, what else is really good about this? Even though this is a short-term funding bill for the overall government out until January 30th of this year, so like 2.5 months out from right now as I host this live stream, the really good part about this is this. They added full year appropriations for the Department of Agriculture, USDA. In other words, long story short, what that really means in plain English is that they put enough money in the legislation to fund the food stamp program, SNAP benefits for through the end of the fiscal year, which is September 30th of next year. So we've got like a lot of time. They put all the money in there to fully fund the benefits for all the beneficiaries out until basically October of next year. We're good. No more of this messing around, this horsing around, as some people would call it, right? Or some people might call it something else, a 4-letter word, right? Anyway, you get my point, right? But the deal is no more of this messing around, going back and forth between court and the Supreme Court overriding the lower court, and the lower court handing down these orders and all kinds of stuff like this. No more of that business. This is great. All the food stamps will be fully funded here relatively soon, okay? Now, let's talk about what came out of that spokesperson out of the USDA today and why this is actually a really good thing. A spokesperson within the USDA came out today and indicated once the government reopens and is fully funded, the food stamp program, as in the states, will get the money within 24 hours to send to the beneficiaries. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, I want to clarify this really quickly so there's no confusion around this. The USDA spokesperson said today, that states would get the money within 24 hours. Okay, so let's just assume that the president signs the legislation tonight. Okay, government's reopened tonight. Tomorrow they're open up for business. That means probably by, say, Friday morning, they probably have the money available to the states to grab for the beneficiaries. But just because the states have it does not mean that it gets distributed to the beneficiary immediately. It may take a little bit of time, realistically, depending on the speed of your state. Now, how long is your state going to take? It's a really good question that I do not have an answer for. The reason that I don't have an answer for, it's different for every single state. Think about it. What's the date today? 12th? Today's the 12th, November 12th? Yeah. The last 12 days, think of this. It's been a total mess. Some states have distributed full SNAP benefits, some states have distributed partial benefits, and some states have delivered nothing. That's what I've been talking about this whole time throughout November. I said that we're going to have this massive divide where some states get everything, some states get nothing, and some states get some. It's exactly what we're experiencing right now. So my point with this is, even though the spokesperson out of USDA today indicated the money will be there within 24 hours for the states to grab for the respective beneficiaries within their states, within their borders, you also have to, factor in how long is it going to take for your respective state to get it onto your EBT card. That's the tough part about working with one of these federally funded, state-administered programs, is that to time one of these things, as far as when you may get your benefit, is honestly very difficult, as we've all recognized so far in November throughout this whole situation, okay? So anyway, remember this much as well. What is today? Wednesday? Yesterday. Okay, Tuesday. Last night, okay, the Supreme Court came out, and I had a live stream about this as well. Last night, Supreme Court came out and extended the 48-hour stay on basically the ruling out of the lower court demanding the administration to administer full SNAP benefits for the month of November. That's done. That's over with, okay? As soon as the president signs this legislation, we don't have to worry about that stay anymore. That does not matter anymore, because the whole purpose of the Supreme Court extending that stay, when I say stay, I really mean like hold, pause, freeze, whatever you want to say. The reason of the Supreme Court extending that until Thursday night, tomorrow night, because they anticipated the government would be reopening tonight. That's why they did that, okay? So once the president signs this, it's a done deal, okay? We're no longer in the government shutdown. And then we don't have to worry about this whole SNAP situation anymore. So this is really, really, really good, even though there still may be a delay to the distribution of your benefit in your respective state for maybe 24, 48, 72 hours, something like that. I'm not sure, again, exactly what it's going to be for you and your respective state. I'm just saying this is great. USDA will have all the money that they need for all the benefits in the month of November, plus every month going forward until we reach October of next year. We will not deal with this SNAP food stamp situation again until maybe November of next year. Let's not worry about that right now, okay? Let's not worry about that. That's a long time away from right now. There's a lot of other things coming up. We do not need to worry about that at this moment, okay? So this is really, really good. This is really nice. Okay. Now, I've been seeing down below from many people who are frantically looking for answers, I should say, to their questions. Let me answer some of those. First off, there's a bunch of people, about a dozen states out there that have issued full SNAP benefits in their respective states. What can you expect? I'm going to be fair with you. Nothing. You got your full benefit, you're good, okay? If somebody got their full benefit already, I'm not really sure if they'd be watching this video. I'm just being fair with you. If you got your full benefit already, you're not going to get more, okay? You're not going to get like extra money. I've seen a couple people reach out and say, hey, if I already got my full benefit, am I going to get another payment? No double dipping here, okay? That's not how this is going to work this time. Unfortunately, that would be awesome, but no, it's not how it's going to work. If you got your full payment, you're good, okay? They're not going to do anything else here for the month of November. Next, if you got your partial payment, if you are one of the states that got a partial payment, well, anticipate getting the other portion from your state probably within the next handful of days. And again, I can't give you an exact date because honestly, I don't know. It's going to be different for every single state as soon as they hammer that out to figure out how much they owe all the beneficiaries. But if you got a partial, expect the other part of your payment to arrive probably within the next handful of days or so, give or take a few. It'll be arriving at some point, okay? As soon as they get this all hammered out and figure out how much they owe you still, you will get that. So no, you're not going to get stiffed, and they're not going to be like, well, just for November, we're going to give you a partial. No, they still owe you that back pay, that retroactive pay. They owe that to you, okay? You're eligible for a certain dollar amount per month. They owe that money to you. They have to pay that to you, okay? So anyway, expect that to be coming in. If you got that partial, you'll be getting more here to make up your full balance, okay? That's very good as well. Now, if you're one of the states that have got nothing so far, first off, I know this is annoying. I mean, seriously, how annoying, but just thankfully, this is going to be over here very, very soon. Finally, right? I know I feel like I've been saying this for a long time, like, get ready, it's going to be over. And then it's like, oh, wait, just kidding. The Supreme Court got involved. Oh, wait, the lower court came in. Oh, the administration is arguing this and taking it to court. You know what I mean? Like they're pushing back, things like that. So I know it's been feeling this way for like, I don't know, a week now. Like it's like, oh, we're almost so close to being over. No, this time it really is. Once the president signs this, it will then officially be over, and it's just a matter of getting that money to your EBT card, and those deposits will be arriving, okay? Anyway, if you're one of the states that has received nothing so far, you can anticipate, again, in the next handful of days, your state should be depositing your full benefit amount onto your EBT card in the next handful of days, okay? And again, if we trust what the USDA spokesperson said today on what they indicated, which was all the money within 24 hours of the government reopening, which again, looks like the government's going to reopen tonight, provided the president signs it. Within 24 hours, that would put us at tomorrow night. Let's just add a couple hours just for a good measure. Let's just say Friday morning would put us at 24 hours after the government has been reopened. Okay, 24 hours, okay? Obviously, I'm adding a little bit there for a good measure, but if that is the case, then within a short amount of time, your state should be depositing that onto your EBT card for the month of November. A perfect, I don't know, 2 weeks late? Yeah, exactly, okay? Anyway, that's what we can anticipate here. And then going forward, when we see this whole government shutdown situation play out again at the end of January, because all they did was extend the overall, situation here as far as the long-term funding deal. They only pushed this out until January 30th. Point being with that is that, well, we could go into another government shutdown at the very end of January. But if they do, no worries on your food stamps, your SNAP benefits. You will continue to get paid no matter how long the government shuts down this next time. If it does in January, you're fine. Reason for that is, as I mentioned earlier, just want to clarify this again really quickly, which is within this short term, about 2.5 month funding for the federal government, they added full year funding, full year appropriations for the food stamp, the SNAP program, within that to keep the program fully funded out until the end of September next year. Okay, so you're good. There you go. Finally. Glad that this is coming to an end here very, very soon. And this has been absolute chaos for the last couple weeks here as we rolled into November. Basically all of November, it's been touch and go. Things have been changing a ton. It's all been back and forth, but this is where we're at. We're literally down to hours until this is officially over with. And we anticipate the president will sign it tonight. I don't think I'm going to come back